son is fine.
He's gonna start working for us.
Who is this? What do you want?
Make sure he does what we say. If you don't,
Tariq dies.
Six is up in this thing. Beat you up on this game.
Wait is over. The wait is over.
come back.
This is commentary, so get out your filter. Oh my goodness, here we go. What's going on? I'm gonna wait for a minute to see how everything sounds. Hold on. Here we go. What's going? All right, everything sounds good. Oh my goodness, I think I'm gonna start making it 1:16-ish at the time that I'm gonna actually do these lives. I think it makes sense. It gives me time to get my clips and stuff together, and then I can come here and tell the story. Okay, so I am really happy to be here to be doing this this review tonight. Now, it wasn't a whole lot. It didn't give me too much, but it gave me enough to come talk to y'all, okay, and see what's going on. Now, for the sake of the people that will watch the replay, I'm gonna go through with the scenes, okay? And so at the end, if you guys have any questions or whatever you want to talk, we can do that at the end, but for the sake of the replay, okay, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so let's go ahead and jump right into it now. So we started off the episode with Kane and his brother, Drew and Deanna. They're sitting there, and they just so happen to, see that some other gang or whatever, that they're live. Now, this poses a problem to Monet, aka Mary J. Blige, because she's like, wait, you bringing too much attention to us, and we don't need to be on camera, we don't need to be in the light, because you're going to jeopardize what we got going on over here, okay? Now, the only reason why she can't do nothing to them and, send Kane to do what he do best and off his ass, the reason why she can't do that is apparently Lorenzo's life was saved because Lil Guap, which is the one with the golds in his mouth, we're going to see him in a little bit, because his dad took a bullet for Lorenzo, and for that he's indebted to him. He forever owes him. Like, he can't do anything to the little boy. He doesn't want Monet to do anything. He doesn't want her to order anything to be done. He says leave Kane out of it, okay? So let's move on. I was like, well, shit, if that's what you want to do, let's do that. But I mean, if it's going to bring light to what you got going on, it's going to bring attention that you don't want. I didn't understand why in the hell he didn't want Kane to go handle that. Now, y'all know Kane to go over there and will light that shit up real quick. Okay, I was like, come on, Lorenzo. Now, is this these kids' real daddy? Because I don't think it is. I think he may be, Puerto Rican or something like that. I mean, they don't look like they could be his kids in this series. I'm just saying. So, did she bring kids? If so, I'm thinking... And this is just, I'm just going to get this out of my, I'm thinking that if anything, Drew and Diana is his kids, and maybe Kane came from somebody else. That's what I'm thinking. Y'all let me know what y'all think down below. Okay, let's move on. Now, we are here with Tasha, y'all. And y'all remember that Tasha, she asked to have those pills, and she got the pill, the morning after pill, so she's sitting here with the inmate. Now, last week, I wasn't too sure on whether this pill was supposed to, be given to the guard, or was she supposed to give the pill to the lady herself. Like, what was the purpose of this pill? But I knew it had to be something, it had to have something to do with protection, because, Tasha can't protect herself out here. She ain't really about that life. Ghost protected her the whole time that they were together, the entire 16 years. Now she got her son Tariq playing the protector, okay? Tasha ain't about that life. We all know that. But she's here and she needs help, and there's nothing else she can do to get out at this point in time, okay? So now she's trying to make friends with this lady here. And There we go. She's trying to make friends with the lady that's sitting there all by herself because she sees that, you know, you over here threatening the security guard or the correctional officer. You over here threatening her, telling her that you needed this. I got what you need. How about we be friends, okay? I mean, if I was in jail and I couldn't fight and I couldn't do shit like that, I probably would make a few friends or whatever in order to get some things done. But the problem with her doing this is that I feel like, oh, hold on. Did I lose y'all? Let me see. Am I still? Okay. Okay, I guess I am. I don't know. It just looks weird over here, but I'm going to keep going. Anyway. The problem with Tasha's actions, you know, trying to get this, you know, getting the pills, trying to make friends or whatever, I feel like it's jeopardizing her son's life. We saw that at the end. Okay, I showed y'all the clip when this whole live started. You know, now you putting your son in a situation because he's trying to protect you. So I didn't really care for that, but whatever. She got to do what she got to do. Okay, let's move on. Now we finally really get to meet Lorenzo, and we realize that Lorenzo really is about that life. You know, he's sitting here with the dudes. He's playing whatever card game or whatever. And he has a guy that comes over here, and I think he calls him Bishop. Well, Bishop is the guy that actually delivered the pills, okay? Y'all remember it happened real fast that she asked, you know, him for the pills, and then after that, pills was on her bed, okay? It happened real quick like, and they also gave her a phone. Well, this is the guy, Bishop. He's the guy that actually delivered the pills, okay? Or the pill. I keep saying pills, plural. No, pill. And also the phone. So he's telling him, hey, just so you know, I did what you asked me to do. However, she didn't take it, okay? She ended up giving it to somebody else. And so Lorenzo is like, the hell's up with that, okay? So then we gonna move on. Now, we are here with Tasha, okay? And Tasha, she's getting ready to get glammed up. And she was taken a bit by surprise because, you know, she was chilling in her cell. And then before you know it, they tell her, girl, you need to go ahead and come up out this cell and you're going to trial or whatever. And she's like, what the hell you mean I'm going? Well, you need to go. And actually, that's not a good sign. Now, this is what the security guard is saying. The one that told her, well, if you come back, no, she didn't believe that she killed her husband. But if you come back, then I know it's true or whatever. So that girl tells her, well, it's not a good look for you to be going unexpectedly. Nobody knows. Okay, yeah, some shit is about to happen. Well, she goes, they get her glammed up. The investigator, I think her name is Paula. So the investigator tells her, well, we need you to look like, you know, you're innocent. Because at this point, Tasha is saying that she wants to take the stand. And nobody thinks this is a good idea. I really didn't think it's a good idea. I know Tasha thinks she can lie and shit like that and she can convince the masses. But I felt like, well, nah, I don't think you'll be able to do that, okay? Because at the end of the day, your son did it. And if the pressure gets too much, I don't know if you're going to break or not. Now, as a mama, I don't know if I would break to where I would tell my son, you know, say that it was my son. I don't think I'm going to snitch on that level. But I do think it will make my situation worse if I get up there and I'm not able to handle the people. So they figured that, you know, something was going to happen or she wasn't going to be able to make it to the stand. So they set up this mock trial to where she has to dress the part and she needs to go and convince the jury of her innocence, okay? And at first, it was going good for her. But later on, we saw she really might not be good, you know, for that part. You know, maybe you look cute on the side, but I don't think you're going to be able to get past it. With Saxe and the people that's on his bag, nah, boo, I don't think it's going to be able to work for you. Okay, let's move on, y'all. So here she is. She's on the stand, and everything's looking good. It's looking up for her. She feels like, yeah, I got this shit. Now, at this particular scene, she's talking about when her and Ghost met, and she said that, you know, she was just a little girl in accounting school. She wanted to sing, and he believed in her, but then he swept her off of her feet. and moved her into this penthouse and just started taking care of her. And so then she told another story about when she was like 7 months pregnant. She said that that's when things changed because he had a gun. He didn't want to go to jail for it. So he told her to hide it. She ended up hiding it in her maternity dress. And she says that that's when her whole life changed. Now, she didn't go snitching and all that good stuff, obviously, because she's pregnant with Tariq and Raina. And she didn't want to get him in trouble because she loved him. So she says that was her, like, official introduction to this life, okay? Now, because she was an accountant, she had that experience or that knowledge, shall I say, because I don't know if she ever had a real job. But she had that knowledge to where she could be able to wash the money, you know, make everything clean, move it through these different businesses and stuff like that. So he had her on the team because she knew what the hell she was doing, and she was a bad bitch, you know what I mean? And so he's like, cool, you know, you the one I need. And so she's just basically going back over how it was, you know, trying to appeal to the jury as though, you know, he used to be so beautiful and loving and all this, and then all of a sudden he turned into this damn monster, okay? So let's go ahead and move on. Now, earlier, I told y'all that these here, let me get that off screen. So, earlier I told y'all that Lil Guap and them, you know, the reason why they can't really do nothing to Lil Guap and his shenanigans is because Lorenzo feels like he has to protect him because Lil Guap's dad took a bullet for him. Now, I don't know if he died or not, but he took a bullet. So they can't really do nothing but go to scare him, you know what I mean? Make Lil Dude do what they need him to do because that's pretty much all they can do, okay? Now, when they were in the kitchen earlier, they, I think it was, Mary, Monet, she calls Lorenzo while he's in jail, tells him, hey, this is going on. And he says, no, you can't touch him, but you can send somebody. And so he wants her to send Drew. And she's like, well, nah, I don't need to send Drew because, you know, Drew is not really, you know, prepared for this type of lifestyle. You know what I mean? Let's send Kane. Kane more fit for the job. He's like, nah, I need you to send Drew. And she's like, well, I don't think that's a good idea. Like, why are you constantly doing this? And whatever. Daddy said send Drew. Drew's going to go. So in this particular scene, you know, Kane was instructed by his mom to sit and watch Drew because she knew that he wasn't going to do nothing. He too nice. You know what I mean? He going to go there, try to talk to him and stuff like that. And it's not really going to get anywhere. And they're probably going to end up trying to handle him. So I need you to go kind of follow him to make sure that everything goes as planned, okay? And so that's what he was doing. Now, y'all know Kane always doing team too damn much. So while they're sitting here, Drew ends up getting into like a little argument with Lil Guap because Lil Guap tells him that your mama, something about, he was saying, you know, my mom's old school. She just want to make sure everything stay, you know, copacetic, everything's good. And he's like, well, your mama ain't had no D in like 12 years or something like that. And so he's just being mad disrespectful. And so Drew, he's still like not, you know, he ain't doing nothing. He just chill. He just not really saying too much. And so Kane, I guess, was back somewhere listening to it, okay? And then he walks up and, you know, basically saves the day, okay? Now, let me see. Did I get that? Okay, pause. So in this particular scene here, Lil Guap, now the whole reason why Mary sent Lil Guap over there, the whole reason why she sent Drew over there is because of the video thing. We don't need to be on video. We need you to stay low key, and we all need to stay low key. So when he's here and he's trying to talk to him, he goes back to this damn Instagram and he almost get Drew on the live, and he can't be seen. He doesn't need to be seen anywhere. And so obviously he's pissed off or whatever. And so then there's a point where our favorite person, Kane, he walks up and he comes to save the day. Now, on his way out, he couldn't leave peacefully. He had to go shooting all up the place or whatever. And I'm like, we can't expect nothing, other than that from Kane. You know what I mean? Now, the problem, though, with that is that's the reason why Lorenzo doesn't want Kane to, let me make sure. Oh, yeah, I did. Okay. But that's the reason why Lorenzo doesn't want Kane to run the business, because he feels like he's too unpredictable, okay? Drew, he's more level-minded. He's able to do things, but he is just not able to get people to do what they need to do. That's his only problem. And Diana, she wants to go to school, so her mama thinks she'll be the one to do it, and, that's just not going to happen like that. Okay, let's move on. Now, because he went shooting up the doggone place, you know what I mean? They run out, and as they're leaving, the police see them. Now, just so happened they were in the area because someone, I think they saw the live video, okay? That's why they were in the area. Saw the video, and the video showed there was a whole lot going on, and it caught a glimpse of Dree's jacket, okay? And so Ramirez went to the area because of that. And as they're walking out, the cops see them and they take off running. Now, when they take off running, one of the officers get out. It's not Ramirez, who is the one that Mary is banging, okay? It's not him. But he oversees what's going on. He's like, shit, it's her boys. I got to protect them. So they're running, and they get to the point where they're stuck. They can't leave out. They don't know what in the hell they're going to do. So then Kane says, I got it. I'm going to handle it. He's like, dude, you can't kill a cop. And he's like, nah, I got it. You're not going to do it. I'm going to do it. So as the cops getting ready to come around the corner, after they get to like a little corner spot or whatever, the cops coming around the corner don't know he about to get blasted on. Just as soon as this is about to happen, that's when Ramirez, he honks the horn and tells him the perps, they went that way. So he can kind of, throw him off or whatever. Obviously, they didn't run that way. He was right there where they was going to be at, but that could have ended very, very bad, okay? Killing the cops. Don't do that shit, okay? Now, moving on. So now we hear, and Ramirez comes, and he's talking to Monet. He's like, look. Oh, there we go. So he's talking to Monet, y'all, and he's telling her, he's like, look, your boys were caught on the live, okay? Not their face, but I saw the jacket. Not only that, they doing too damn much. They are running from the police. I had to go over there and, distract the officers so that way they could get away. They're doing too much. We got to stop this. They can't keep doing what they're doing. They're going to get caught. They need to lay down. They need to slow down. And she's like, okay, I understand. I hear you. Okay, let's move on. So now we are back in the mock trial, y'all. And, y'all, Tasha ain't ready. She not ready. Because she didn't see. Now, the reason why Davis got Tamika to do this is because he knows Tamika is very familiar with the case, because she was the one that was fired from actually representing Tasha when she mentioned, is it your son? And so that's the reason why he felt like she would be the perfect person. She knows the history. She knows the case. She knows the lady, okay? So let's allow her to play prosecution or whatever. And then she's going to be able to really see if Tasha is prepared for this trial. She got to talking about Angela. She talked about the other woman. What was her name? Ramona. She talked about all the deaths that happened. She talks about Silva and how you slept with him and you did it just enough so that way he could be there, I guess, when Ghost arrived, because she's trying to paint it as though you're the one that ordered this particular murder. You are the queen pin. That was her job. She was instructed to make her break, okay? So she's over here and she's telling her all this stuff, y'all, and I'm like, okay. So I'm glad they did this, because had you got your ass up on that trial, you are that stand, during the trial, you would not have been able to survive it. I mean, it just won't happen. You're not going to be able to do it. No, you over here crying and you over here yelling, no, it wasn't me, and no, I didn't do that, and no, and I'm like, listen, girl, listen, that man told you you were not prepared for this, and you kept telling him that you wanted to get up on that stand and do that. But when she started bringing up all of the past and stuff like that, now I ain't gonna lie, when she described the Silva, how, yeah, you slept with him just long enough so that way Ghost can come into the garage and then he can do what he did. And, when they started describing that stuff, I was like, ooh, it does make sense. Like, she could be the queen pin. Even though we know that Tasha didn't do that shit, it just seemed like, damn, girl, you were involved. And even being involved makes her guilty, even if she didn't do it. You know what I mean? So, y'all, I was like, child, they are doing too much. Anyway, moving on. So, Lorenzo, he calls Mary down so that way they can have a discussion. And they're talking about the fact that Diana, she needs to go to school. That's where she belongs. She's not built for this life. They talk about Drew, how he needs to run things. It doesn't need to be Kane, again, because he's unpredictable. And she's fighting for the fact that Kane can do it, and Diana does not need to go to school. She needs to actually come and help and do all this. Now, y'all can let me know how y'all feel about that. I mean, I feel like it'd be great for her to go to school. Hell, Tariq's doing it. You know what I mean? I think she should go to school if she wants to do that. But then I also see why why Monet is doing what she's doing, because she's here with these kids. Your ass been gone. So she knows who can do what. And I didn't realize that Diana is actually in it. Like, she's actually working. I think she's like counting the money and doing all the other types of stuff. Like, she's mentally there. She has that strength to where she can keep things afloat. She's kind of like Mary is. But Drew, he's still going out there doing little things. I mean, in the beginning of the episode, they had him going with Kane when they're picking up money and stuff like that. And at one point, Kane was about to he punched and was about to beat his ass. One of the dudes that he was supposed to pick up money from that didn't have the money, and then Drew couldn't watch it, so he stopped it. That's why I feel like I don't know if Drew is built for this. I agree with Mary on that one, but y'all let me know how y'all feel about Drew. So anyway, so we move on to Mary. She pissed off. She comes in the house. She, again, trying to figure out what in the hell is going on. Why did the officer have to tell me that y'all was shooting when y'all went over there and y'all was just supposed to basically scare the dude? But y'all over there shooting and carrying on, y'all didn't tell me. What the hell is up with all these secrets? And Diana, why in the hell did you call your daddy? Diana still sitting, nah, I didn't call him. I didn't do it. He just knows me. But literally, she had a side burner she didn't tell her mama about. And that's how she ended up calling her daddy, which is the real reason why he called her mother down after he, dropped something in her. He told her that I feel like she needs to go to school. He gave the whole spiel or whatever. So let's move on, okay? Now, this professor here, Professor Reynolds, y'all remember Professor Reynolds was banging Professor Milgram, Carrie, last episode, and we don't really know what happened with their relationship. I know it's something about a book and something about he just basically, I guess, dropped her or she dropped him, and they not together, okay? Well, Professor Reynolds is here and he banging one of his graduate students, and during this whole shebang, right, Carrie, she comes and she's sitting outside of the office, I think, and she can hear what's going on in his office. And so she hears the moaning and the banging against stuff and the music, and she's like, oh my gosh, like he's doing that. Now, obviously, this is just a little filler scene for us because we don't know shit about them. We're not really concerned about them. But I was like, girl, he's slinging that I was about to say that iron, but that thing, girl, you need to leave him alone, honey. He ain't concerned with you. He over here banging students, okay? So let's go ahead and move on. So Tariq, he decides to meet up with Monet, and she really wasn't feeling Rick because she says that she can't really trust him. And so so he decided to, because they met up at a game. She thought Zeke was going to be playing, but he wasn't because his grades aren't as good as they should be just yet. So then, you know, he walks up to try to talk to her. She wasn't trying to talk to him. And then he ends up talking to Diana to say, hey, can your mom talk to me? She didn't want to talk to me. So now we're here. He got Zeke to convince Monet to come over. Now, when she comes over, his plan is to get her or to become a part of the team, okay? So he done made all his money within a few hours off all these rich white kids. And so he's like, well, this is what I made in a few, well, actually, when he gave her the bag, she's like, what is this? I don't need this. I'm good. He's like, no, this is what I made in a few hours here at this school. These kids just love to spend money and stuff like that. Imagine what I can make in a day. Can you pull that in a day? And she's like thinking of whatever. And so basically, he wants to be a part of their team. Now, y'all remember last episode where he told his mom that he found a way. He found another way to, I guess, survive other than what his daddy told him all those years about either you're going to end up in jail or dead. He done found another way, and I guess it's by joining her, because he also needs money too. You know, his mama lawyer isn't free. You know what I mean? Mr. Davis got to be paid. So this is the way that he, I guess, feels he can get more money, because he needs a supplier, okay? He needs her to produce that for him, okay? Let's move on. Now, here's where Tasha calls him, and she's basically telling him that she needs help. And honestly, I can't remember on that particular scene what it was that she needed help for. I can't remember that. Oh my gosh, I can't remember that. But anyway, she calls him. She says she needs help. And so again, I'm like, you know, I get that she's in a situation where she really can't do much for herself right now, and she has to depend on him, even though the mommy in her doesn't want her child to be out here doing what he's doing. But I feel like it's not fair to him, really, because you constantly calling him, you need help. You called him when you needed the pill. You called him when you need any damn thing, and he's become your husband. The very one that you kept saying all these years you just got tired of him, you wanted to be off doing your own thing, and he was the reason of your demise and all this. But now you done made your son, you done turned him into the very husband that you want. And I feel like it's not fair that he's out here trying to do the most. And then our last clip, are we there? Oh, yes, we're there. So then our last clip is where Lorenzo calls her and tells her that, well, obviously right here, he's talking to Mary, okay? But Lorenzo calls her and he tells her that Tariq is going to be working for them. And so she's like, well, who is this? What do you mean? He's like, listen, basically, if he doesn't do what he's supposed to do, he will die. Now, we know if he send Cain, he is a goner, okay? I just don't know how I feel about that ending. You know what I mean? So basically, your child's blood is going to be on your hands because he's out here trying to make all this money in order to help you. And it's crazy, but then I got to think about it, because the reason why she's in this situation is because of him. But then again, you like, well, shit, y'all all wanted to kill him. You know what I mean? So I feel like from the very time when she found out that Tariq was doing what he was doing and she condoned that, I felt like that's where she messed up at. And that's why Ghost responded the way he did when he found out that she knew, because he's like, what the hell is wrong with you? You got him out here doing this. It doesn't make sense. So anyway, y'all, that's pretty much the review. let me see. For some reason on here, I can't see. So hold on, I'm gonna have to go back in to see if there's any comments before I end it. I hope the volume. Let me turn the volume off. Hey Kenny, thank you for tuning in. I know it's late for you, boo. Hey Joy, I need to catch up, but it's awesome to see you, Nesha. Okay, thank you. Past my bedtime, I said it. Okay, so thank y'all for tuning in. Honestly, it's past mine. Okay, I'm getting ready to go sleep. So I am. Let's see here. Okay, that's pretty much it. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning into the video tonight. This was, hold on. Okay, so thank y'all for tuning into the video tonight. This was Power Book 2 Ghost Play the Game, Season 1, Episode 3, the live after show, okay? I do appreciate y'all so much. It is 1:45 a.m. I knew not many would be up, but I am appreciative for the ones who was, okay? So again, thank y'all so much. Get into the comments if you're watching the replay, and until next time, y'all, bye.
I'm ready to go. This tea is super hot. I'm about to go.